Welcome to the Two Bar Connection with your host Jesse and
Oh, James. I
probably
thought you
should have
were.
ran that by you first.
Man, it's okay, dude. It's fine. I still think it should be just Jesse James. Sounds like the cowboy, and I think it's going to be a lot cooler.
Jesse James. All right, well we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
some
we're
other
going to figure
time.
that out.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
but don't
we'll have
you
to run
worry
it by.
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, welcome. So, we are a gaming podcast. We're going to talk about some games, namely games that we really liked in 2022, even though we're already a quarter of the way through 2023. But,
It's amazing. It's already
setting up a
almost...
podcast is hard.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's absolutely a pain. But besides that, how have you been, dude? How's your week been?
Week's been great. I've actually been getting over, I've been sick. But, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the actual hell I had. Because I tested negative for COVID, so societally, it's acceptable for me to go outside now.
Without a mask.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's Texas anyway, so I mean, they would have been like, "We're doing that mask." Yeah. So, anything else? I mean, so you were sick for a while. Now
Yeah.
you're better.
No, that's pretty.
And you still don't know what the hell you
Yeah.
had.
No, still don't know what the hell I had. But yeah, they drew labs on me, but they haven't called me back. So that's good news, I guess.
Really?
They say if you don't
Okay.
get a call, they say if you don't get a
Okay.
call from the doctor, it's good news. That means everything was fine. So there was nothing to call you.
I mean, are you still curious though?
Oh yeah, no, well I have an appointment on Tuesday, so I guess I'll go in and see what the lab results said. But no, I actually feel 100% like myself now. I can actually eat.
Okay. That's wonderful to hear.
Yes, and drink
Okay,
delicious
well, see,
Arizona iced tea.
Yes, some delicious Arizona iced tea. Product placement from the first 2 minutes of our first episode.
Hey, that's good shit.
It is. See, aren't you glad I introduced you to it?
Yeah, I'll never forget it, and I'll always appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
But
Just
how
be sure
are
to get
you
the. Be sure to get the mango one.
I have to try the mango one.
Try the mango one, and then you have the original there.
The original Arizona iced tea.
Yeah, which is the one you're drinking right now.
No, I'm drinking the green tea one that has ginseng and honey in it.
Okay, no, I think that is the original one. I think you have another one.
Oh, that is the original one. Oh,
Yeah, I think that might be the original one.
cool. But how are you
don't
doing,
remember.
man?
I'm doing all right. I got my first traffic ticket. Ever.
What?
Yeah. I
What do
got
you mean your first traffic? Oh no,
yeah.
dude.
Baby's first traffic ticket. But it's okay. I'm taking it through the ticket clinic, so hopefully I don't get the point because having a point is not fun.
Oh no,
I don't need those rates to go up.
Hell yeah, they're gonna fix that for you.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, they better. It's $100.
No, but believe me, it's gonna get expunged. It's gonna be a-okay.
Okay,
I,
yeah, spending
actually-
$100 on it.
Yeah, I think I got my ticket because I turned into a neighborhood like between the hours of 4 and 6. But my grandma lives there. I was going to go visit her.
Like 4 or 6 in the afternoon.
No, in the morning actually.
In the morning, you go to grandmother's that early?
Well, yeah, because she needed some food that we had at home. This was
Okay.
before I moved. Yeah, this was before I moved, and he set up a trap. He was just there, sitting there waiting, collecting his quotas for the end of the month. And I was like, "Wow, you're a bastard, dude. Not cool."
Yeah. So I mean, there was that, and things are going well. Work is work, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Everything's been going okay at work, right? Thank goodness I don't have to do anything for tomorrow, at least not in the morning. So that's why we are recording so late, because if not, I probably would have been like, maybe we should try it some other time.
Yeah, well, late for you since I'm on the night shift schedule.
Yeah,
it's like
you are.
This is
now
early morning.
Have you now completed your transformation into a overnight vampire?
Yes,
Yes.
I've even grown pale from my lack of
You
sunlight.
have grown pale.
This warm lighting is all I have to give my skin some color.
Does your skin burn in the sun now,
Uh,
or does it glisten?
No, it glistens.
It
I'm
glistens?
I'm more of a Twilight vampire.
You're a
than-
Twilight vampire? You're
then,
the vegetarian vampire is what they call it?
or Underworld vampire, which is the one I would like, but unfortunately I glisten in the sun, so I drew the shit end of that stick.
Yeah, no Kate Beckinsale for you.
Yeah. No. Don't tell me
No.
that.
Who,
Don't
by the
tell
way,
me
is still looking absolutely fantastic. And that woman's
Yeah,
like,
I know. Probably freaking still simping for Pete Davidson. So, I don't know.
I mean, what, she's got to be like 40, 50 something years old now.
It don't
She still
matter.
looks absolutely terrific.
Exactly. Absolutely terrific.
Still bagging dudes like half her age and old enough to be her son. Or young enough to be her son.
Well, you know, if it's
Not that
okay-
anyone else is complaining.
Yeah, well, at least she's not bagging, like, her actual son's friends. Because that's just strange. That's just
Yes,
very...
no entanglements.
Yeah, no entanglements. Imperial or otherwise.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then, what about any games, man? You've been playing anything good? Too busy this week?
Well, I bought 2 games this year. I know we're going to get into like our favorites of 2022, but I've been really getting into 2 games in particular. I've played Hogwarts Legacy, which is actually not that bad. It was actually pretty good. Definitely the strength of that game is the world, especially if you're a fan of Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it reignited the magic that I first felt when I saw it for the first time, the Sorcerer's Stone, like way back, and I think it was 2001 that it came out. I don't know. I was a
Sounds
kid.
about right.
I was
Yeah.
very
We
young.
were like
And I
7
went to the
or
theater
8.
and watched it with
No, we
my,
were like 6 or 7 when that movie
my
came
dad,
out.
my dad, and yeah, I think so. But yeah, dude, the attention to detail in that world is amazing. But the game that I've been having a really good time with right now is Hi-Fi Rush, and I think I've made good progress in that game already, and it's fun, dude. That's an easy 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. I recommend
Wow.
anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend everyone go out and play it. And
10
it's
out of
simple.
10 game.
Yeah, it's simple game, simple and fun.
Like how far in would you say you are?
I think I might be toward the end because there's like a certain amount of bosses that have like these keys that you have to find, and I think I have two of them left. But I think it's already approached the climax point because like it's just starting to throw like massive group fights after massive group fights, just one after the other. So
okay.
I'm trying not to say too much without spoiling it, but yeah, it definitely feels like I'm almost at the end.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear, man. I mean, it's crazy that they just shadow dropped this game like in just the middle of January.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah, no, but then it's Tango GameWorks. They worked on Evil Within, and now they're working on they released this really bright and colorful ass game. All these cool characters that are super cartoony, and it's very lighthearted and humorous. I mean, it's cool to see them, break out of their usual mold.
Well, full disclosure, I didn't even know that they made Evil Within.
Yeah. I mean, actually, though, I'm sorry to interrupt. What were you gonna say?
No. I know that's it. I didn't know that they made the Evil Within. I don't know much about that game. I didn't even know much about Tango Softworks, but that's why I was kind of surprised.
It's Tango GameWorks.
Yeah, no, it is Tango GameWorks. They have like a snail on their logo.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, like an orange snail. But that's funny. Damn. So they went from making like a horror type game to that.
2 horror type games.
Oh, 2 horror. Oh, that's right. Because they had a sequel, right?
Yeah. There was Evil Within, and then there was Evil Within 2. And then Evil Within was like 2014, 2015-ish. And then Evil Within 2 was like 2018, I think, or 2019. Something like that.
Yeah.
But funny thing behind Evil Within, so when Shinji Mikami got started Tango GameWorks and they got the publishing deal with Bethesda was pretty much like or when they got bought by Bethesda, I think. Bethesda was pretty much like, yeah, can you make Resident Evil 4 again for us? And he was like, oh, sure. Yeah, whatever. Oh, no. Are you frozen, my dude? You right? Oh, shit. What? Did you get any of that? You froze up there for a good hot minute.
Well, so did you.
Okay,
wonder if-
damn.
Damn. Ugh, one of the horrors of remote podcasting.
Yes, remote podcasting. But did you get any of what I said?
No, no,
No.
you were frozen for a good solid minute there.
Oh, damn. Okay, so what I was saying was when Tango Gameworks got, I think it was either they got bought by Bethesda or they got like a publishing deal by Bethesda. I think they're owned by Bethesda, right? Because now they're owned by Microsoft.
Yes.
So I think they were owned by Bethesda. And when they got bought by Bethesda, Bethesda was like, yo, make us a Resident Evil 4 game. And Shinji Mikami was like, all right, I'll make it. I did it once, I'll do it again. They said, yeah, you can make whatever the heck you want after that, but we want a Resident Evil 4 game. So that's how Evil Within pretty much started.
Damn. Have you played that game?
Yes, I have. I
It's-
have.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. I didn't play the sequel, but I did play it. I played it on PlayStation 4, I think. But yeah, it was a good game. It was a little weird though because it had like this letterbox thing. So like like how in the movies, you have the black. It's like widescreen, and then like top side would be black, bottom would be black.
Oh,
and
yes.
It's like that all the way through.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and it's really weird because it messes with your FOV, and there's no option to turn it off. In fact, on the PC version, people modded in a full screen version of it to get it removed.
Oh, damn. Of course, PC modders.
Yeah. I mean, but it was overall a cool game. I wouldn't mind playing the second one. I didn't love it the first one, so that's why I never got around to playing the second one. But I wouldn't mind, playing through it again.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, but speaking of Resident Evil, I saw you finally get through the giant baby part, Resident Evil 8, I think it was a couple days ago.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, great segue because I actually beat Resident Evil 8 last night.
Oh shoot! How was?
Yeah, it's so the point at which we stopped at when I was streaming it for you was about the halfway point. And then from there,
okay. Which is
it's actually not much from there. You get to the third boss fight pretty quick. Like an hour later, like you're already fighting like the third boss, and then after that, there's a good stretch where you have to go through Heisenberg's factory, or AKA Nicolas Cage, with a top hat on. Look, that's what he looks like, Nicolas Cage, and he sounds like Nicolas Cage. It is crazy because he has like the same cadence, right? Looks just like him. Has same voice.
I've seen the face, but I haven't heard him speak. But now that I'm thinking about it, that definitely sounds like Nick Cage. I don't know if you've seen, because now that I think about it, he sounds a lot like Nick Cage's accent in. Have you ever seen Drive Angry?
No, I have not.
It's a B movie. Like
it sounds like one. Wait, is that the one with Amber Heard?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, before she went.
Yes,
Crazy.
exactly. Honestly, the best she's ever looked, and I still cry every day that such beauty is wasted on craziness. But believe it or not, it is a B movie, but it's actually pretty cool. And I think it was made to be in 3D, so there's like a couple of shots of that like cheesy like throwing shit like onto the screen and having it like do like a slow motion thing on the screen.
Okay.
Because I think I think it was.
Keep going.
What happened?
I'm sorry. No, keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Okay, no, you're fine. You're fine. So, but that's pretty much it. Like, I think it was released as a 3D movie. So there's a bunch of there's like a bunch of cheesy 3D quote unquote effects that they throw at the TV.
So it's got a lot of 3D money shots.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. The 3D money shot.
Yeah, right. It's what you paid money for. Those shots.
Yeah.
Right?
It is a B movie, but it's actually a really good B movie.
Okay. When did it come out?
Oh, dude, a long time ago. Actually, I watched that movie all the time with my dad because we have it on DVD. Oh yeah, sorry, I just gave away my age. I'm looking. Let me see. Oh, 2011. Oh, so damn. Yeah, I was still in high school.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was during that time when post Avatar world where everything had to be 3D.
That makes perfect sense. Now now that you mentioned
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Whether or not it actually belonged or not, they were just like, oh, Avatar. People like those, that 3D movie with the oddly attractive cat people.
The cat people, the blue.
the oddly attractive cat people. People like that, right? Let's put 3D in everything. We don't have blue cats around, but we do have 3D cameras.
Oh my god. Oh man, poor James Cameron. Just perpetually going to be making Avatar movies like until he dies.
Oh, well, I mean, he loves it though. He that's like it's going to be his life's work until the day he died. I even heard that somewhere that he said that like if I die, I already have like someone in mind to pass my work on to so they can complete it for me.
Jeez, dude. Well, how many movies does he plan to make with that crap?
It's going to be what's the term? A quadrilogy. It's going to be 5 movies in total.
Oh, okay.
And the second movie that just came out, right? Way of Water. The next one's going to be about fire. So there's going to be the Ash people is what they're called. So pretty much he's turning into Avatar: Last Airbender.
But actually
'Cause you're-
good? Actually good?
What?
Like,
Oh,
no,
what,
like,
you mean the movie or the show? No, I'm talking about the show. I'm not talking about the movie. We don't talk about the movie. We don't talk about that movie.
except
we don't
the
talk about that.
Except the shit on it. But
Yeah. No, we don't talk about it. I mean the show. Anytime I say Avatar: Last Airbender, I'm talking about the show. I do not acknowledge the existence of that movie.
okay,
At
fair
all.
enough. Fair enough, sir. Okay, all right, interesting.
And then I think from there, like he wants to go to Earth at some point. But whatever. I mean, we won't know. Maybe we'll know next 30 years whenever he decides to release the next one. Like how this one it took like 14 years.
Yeah, I don't know why it took so long.
Well, I mean, he was waiting for the technology to be right because he wanted to record it underwater. Like he wanted to do all the 3D shit that he did in the first movie, but he wanted to do it underwater, but the technology wasn't there at the time. So pretty much he just spent that time just working on the script and working on the world until technology, happened. And then from there, he actually recorded like most of it. A lot of it's underwater. Like a lot of it's mocaps underwater.
Oh, okay.
And then the movie spent about 3 years in post production, just kind of get the 3D perfected.
Damn. That's pretty dope. I haven't seen The Way of Water yet, but it does sound like it's a spectacle.
It's a good movie. No, I actually quite like it. I think it's better than the first one.
Ooh,
And
okay.
I know that people like to rag on, the first movie because it's so basic and stuff, right? But I don't know. I enjoyed it. They're still fun movies at the end of the day, and watching it in 3D is an experience.
Cool.
Especially this one. This one is like holy crap. Like the water is like you feel like you're in the water with them.
Damn.
And they definitely went all out with the 3D. It wasn't some bullshit like back in the 10s, the 2010s, where like they just threw it in whatever, even whether that was garbage or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God they don't do that anymore. But even though I did see Puss in Boots in 3D, and that was pretty decent.
Okay. That
Yeah.
That movie I still have to watch as well.
That movie is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably rent it like on
please rent it.
on YouTube or something when it comes out.
Yeah,
Or
that
like,
movie had no business being as good as it was. It was just it's a spin-off to an animated. It's a sequel to a okay spin-off
yeah.
of a movie that like lost its to a movie series that kind of like lost its edge by the end because like Shrek 3 is not very good. I didn't say Shrek 4. Apparently Shrek 4 is actually pretty decent, but
It is. It's actually it's good. It's a nice redemption from the midness that was 3. I'll put it to you that way.
yeah, like I don't even remember a single thing about 3. All I remember was who was in it. Justin Timberlake was in it, I think.
Exactly.
I think he was King Arthur, and that was it.
Yeah.
I literally
exactly.
don't remember anything else.
Me neither. That essentially we're of the same mind in that respect. I just remember that Justin Timberlake was like voicing one of the characters, and that was like the selling point.
So yeah. But what else about games? So this week, I beat Resident Evil 8, right? I had some of the best games of Overwatch 2 I've had in a long time. I was playing in arcade, and I was absolutely just tearing shit up with Reinhardt, and it felt
Nice.
absolutely great. It was because I did the arcade wins for the weeklies, since I couldn't do comp for obvious reasons I won't disclose. Suspended.
Hashtag
Sorry.
rage quit.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I get salty, and I'm sorry.
They have a charm that's literally a can of soda, and it just says salt on it. It's a weapon charm.
I need that. I need that because some days my patience just isn't there, and I know it's wrong. I shouldn't do it, but I get so fucking mad sometimes.
It's okay. You're among friends here. Anyone who plays Overwatch knows the struggle.
Yeah. But that day, I was absolutely tearing it up.
Nice.
I was just playing tank the whole time. I played mostly Reinhardt. Did absolutely great. Right. I gotta show you, man. One match that was really great. Like there was a Symmetra. Okay, so in Dorado. Oh, you're freezing up again. Oh, you there? You there? Oh shoot.
Yeah, you broke up. You broke up again, and now we lost your video.
Okay, yeah. Oh, really? You lost my video feed?
Yeah, I just see Jay.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep going. All right.
No problem.
So we were playing on Dorado, and the second point of Dorado when you just start, like there's a huge wall.
Yes.
With the archway, right? So we
Yeah.
were holding that spot right there, and my Symmetra put a teleporter up to it. And I was just swinging my hammer away, right? They had like a Junker Queen like on point. I killed her quickly, and then I just turned around. I see the teleporter there, and I see that it goes toward the enemy teammates. There's an Ashe like a Mercy there. So then I teleport up there, and then I look down. I see the Ashe is like right in front of the archway. So I just drop down and charge, and then I hit her against the wall.
Oh my god, dude, that's funny.
No, I felt great. I was absolutely turning it up. Right.
Damn, bro.
So
I
there
love
was
it.
that.
I love it when tanks are on a roll and they have like their supports that. Oh, sweet! We got your video feedback. Awesome.
Oh, wonderful. Good.
Yeah. Well, that's why I can't play tank. It's too damn frustrating. I'd rather just play support and like be Ana and just like shove my rifle up your ass and just pump you full of heals while you charge. It's great. It's just amazing. That's cool,
Yes.
man. Cool. Hopefully we can get some good comps in sometime this week.
Yeah. I mean, we still have a month left before they throw another hero and then just
Yeah.
fuck up the whole balance for the next month and a half. Like, we all know what's going to happen, dude. It happened every time.
Every time a hero is introduced,
Yeah. I mean, we'll get into it when we talk about
yeah,
our games.
yeah,
But,
for sure.
oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the typical Blizzard release cycle.
Of course. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of games, you want to get into our 2022 favorites?
Yeah. I mean,
Excuse
we
me.
can get right into it. Let me open up my list right here.
No problem. I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first? All right, you sure?
Well, yeah, man.
Okay, because originally I had, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's too many. So I'm going to clip it down to 7 because 7 games is really what left an impression on me. And by the way, just because the game, just because we're talking about 2022 games doesn't necessarily mean the game came out in 2022. It's just games we played in 2022.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there are some games in the list here that came out way back, but I still played them in 2022, so I want to talk about them.
Oh man,
Oh, God,
I ran
so
out of
there's-
Arizona. Lame.
I hope
Oh,
I don't
well.
have to pee in the middle of this. But yeah, so even though some of these games, won't be 2022 games,
Yeah.
well, games that came out in 2022, this one did, and that is the first one, which is Elden Ring, which is easily the biggest game of 2022.
Easy.
That's it, right?
Yeah, I haven't even played, and I agree because I watched you stream it, and goddamn, that game.
Yeah,
is
absolutely incredible game, right? It's won tons of accolades, swept the Game Awards, sold as of recently 20 million copies.
God damn.
Right? 20 million copies. Right? 20 mil. 20
Probably-
million.
Damn, and then they'll probably sell more now that they announced that DLC.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited for it. But I mean, as for the game itself, um, great, just absolutely great. I haven't been this engaged in a world since Breath of the Wild, right?
Oh,
Like,
nice.
yeah, right. This took kind of what Breath of the Wild did, which is an open world game that's based on exploration and player curiosity, versus say Ubisoft games that are all about looking for a tower, and then you climb the tower, right? Then you unlock the map of the area, and then there's a bunch of icons, and then you unlock your chore list. You do your chores, you level up, right? And then you just do it over and over and over again, right? Whereas with Elden Ring, they got the Dark Souls formula of it, and well, actually, it's pretty much all their games up to this point, from Dark Souls 1, including Sekiro and a little bit of Bloodborne, and just threw it all in a blender in this game and just created this huge, beautiful world
Nice.
that you can just run around and explore in. And yeah, I mean, the boss fights are absolutely great, right? And the game is also beautiful too. Like, oh my god, it looks so good. It is like, it's not one of those games with insane graphical fidelity, but the art style absolutely carries it. The monster designs are great. The armor design, the environments, the use of colors, the particle effects, all that stuff leads to something that's just looks very, very beautiful. In fact, I actually upgraded my computer just to play the game. Right? I mean, it ran me like $800, but I upgraded everything because at the time I initially bought it, I still had your old computer.
Oh yes.
And your computer couldn't run it. It could run it, but it was like 30 FPS.
Listen,
and I wasn't gonna sit with that.
I understand. I built that computer when freaking Witcher 3 first came out and Batman Arkham Knight came out. So that was like 2015, 2016. So yeah, that computer, it did its work, but it was time.
And it served me well, but
It was time.
it was to take
It was
it out
time.
the pasture.
Well, technically, you still kept the some of the parts. You just upgraded what?
The only part I kept were the power source, the drives, and the case.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's it. I replaced the graphics card. I got a different graphics card. I got the 1070 because I got it from Maddie, and then I got the motherboard. I got a new motherboard and a new processor.
Indeed.
Right.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So, and a new cooling. I have fans here, but it didn't fit in the case. The case was actually too small. So what happened was when we put the fans inside, they actually trapped all the air in because everything was. So it got super hot, like crazy hot. We were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And Manny was like, "Oh, it's probably the fans. Like they're just blocking it. It's just too tight in there." So I literally have it. You can't see it right now, but it looks like a boom box. Like I literally have the fans just sticking out.
Just sticky.
On the side of the computer, and I haven't bothered to get a new case, and it's been a little over a year now. In fact, it will be pretty much exactly a year from now because I got it like in Marchish around this time.
Damn, dude, badass. All right, and now
So,
you've
yeah.
experienced Elden Ring in all its glory
yeah.
and how it was meant. Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I am gonna say one thing, right? So I've been praising this game, and it's absolutely amazing. But it's amazing for the first 80% of the game. The last 20% of the game is a big drop in quality. Right?
Oh, okay.
Which I know it sounds surprising because everyone was like, "Oh my god, this game's absolutely amazing! Best game ever, all the way through." And that is true for 80% of the game. The problem with the last 20% of the game is, it feels like they kind of just ran out of time because the last, I would say, 2 areas of the game, or really the last area of the game, it's very, very plain. It's big, but it's very empty. There's not much in terms of landmarks. There's not a lot of interesting dungeons. And up until that point, they've recycled a lot of dungeons. There's essentially like 4 types of dungeons. You got mines, catacombs, caves, and like a castle, right? And up until that point, like it does a good job mixing them up and stuff. But then when you get by then I was like at the 100 something hour mark, and I was kind of tired of seeing catacombs and mines and stuff. And well, you get more mines and catacombs, except now you also get recycled enemies. Like all the enemies in the area, almost all of them are from previous areas, except now they just beefed up their stats to like crazy levels.
Oh, okay.
So it definitely wasn't as fun to explore. It wasn't as fun to fight new enemies, and also some of the final battles suck.
Oof.
Like they actually do suck. There's one boss in the game, like he's like the second to last. His name is Malekith. Right, he's like a big dog dude with like a big ass sword, 2 swords, I think. Right, and he just will not stop jumping around. Like it is impossible to get a hit. I had such a hard time hitting him with my particular build, because my build I used a great sword and magic, right? But the great sword was too slow.
Okay.
To hit him. So every time like I would try and hit him, he would just fly away. And by the way, when he's flying away, he's usually like detonating explosions. So not only am I whiffing, but then he's exploding something in your face, and you take a ton of damage, and then you have to waste time, drinking up and stuff. So
Yeah, of course.
now the saving grace of that fight is that he doesn't have a lot of health, so he dies pretty fast. And since I was a magic user as well, I just decided just to spam magic. Like I just went back, I got a bunch of spells, and then I came back and just spammed the shit out of it on him.
Okay.
And it didn't make for a particularly engaging fight, but it was very annoying.
I see what you mean.
And I feel like unless you have a specific build for him, it's very, very tedious, and it's not fun. And then there's the super boss of the game, Millennia, which I think you saw.
I think,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
I've
man,
seen enough of the memes, so I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm sure there are some people out there who will love the fight, but for me, oh my god, man, like it's so much bullshit. It's like every time she hits you, she regains a life. She has a life steal on her basic sword attacks, which is fine, right? But then if you block with your shield, she still gets a life back. And it's not like it's reduced or anything. Like she gets it back full, like if she hits you.
Well, that seems
and it heals for a lot. Like it's like 5%. Like every time you hit, like she gets back 5% of your life.
That's pretty BS.
So I pretty much ditched the shield and just had to dodge through all of her stuff. And then she has this move that's called the Waterfowl Dance, which is pretty much an instant kill. Like, but it's like unavoidable. Like once she does it, you're just like, oh fuck. Okay, well I guess I'm just fucking dead, right? So the fight it feels like a lot of RNG, or it's like you just have to pray to God that she doesn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I did look up videos on how to dodge it, but even then, like it felt like. Yeah, it felt like I had to pray to God that I got far enough away, because eventually you had to just run, like really far back when you started doing it, and then she'll start flying towards you for the first 2 strikes, and then you dodge forward for the next 2 strikes. But even then, it has so many active frames on it that sometimes I'll complete the dodge and she'll still hit me from behind or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has a second form.
Oh, I remember you
and then in that second form, she starts up in the air and then she just like dive bombs you. Now, admittedly, it's actually a pretty easy attack to dodge, but like the shock factor was like, oh shit, she's coming right at me. It always catches you the first time. Right. But I mean, still, overall, like, absolutely amazing game. I mean, it's actually not my favorite Souls game because of that last 20% of the game. I felt like a bit of a drag for me. I would still say probably either Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3 would be one of my favorites, but that one was, but still absolutely great. Like, absolutely, it was my game of the year, tops down. I don't think if I played any other game from 2022, it would top Elden Ring. It just gave me feelings that I haven't felt when playing a game in such a long time.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
All right, so your turn, man. How about what's on your list?
Well, for me, believe it or not, it is a JRPG. So I don't know if a lot of people aren't really familiar with this JRPG series. However, it has been growing in popularity over the years. The Legend of Heroes by Nihon Falcon.
Yep,
they had
I've played it.
Yes, on my persistent
Yes,
recommendation.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I played through all 4 games.
Yes,
I played through 2 of them back to back.
Yes.
Well, the Cold Steel ones, because there's multiple.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There's a couple more, and then there's also the duology that they're finally starting to localize on Steam. But anyway, so I played through Trails of Cold Steel 4, which was already released in Japan, but they had released it to North America, and it was a great game. It was super good. The thing is, there's definitely a drop in quality. So I started playing the Trail series in with the first Cold Steel game, which I think was like a PS Vita game. You could tell, like it was. It's got the graphics of a mobile game, not a mobile game, but Damn,
handheld.
I handheld. There you go. Damn it, I can't say mobile because then it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're associated with phones.
Goddamn phone games, bro. But yeah. So I started off with Trails of Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2, which were released on Steam way back when I want to say 2016, but I could be wrong on that. They're great. The storyline on those games was absolutely phenomenal. Like those first 2 games had some of the best JRPG story I have ever seen. And I'm not really a JRPG fan, but I am a fan of this series, and I'm a fan of those first 2 games. It was just absolutely awesome, and the combat system just grows like with each passing game. They just introduce more and more that just makes the combat fun. So you play the first 2 games, and then you play Trails of Cold Steel 3 and then 4, and then you start to see that there's a bit of repetition. You notice an actual drop in quality and story writing. And I like it just because I like the characters and I like the world building, but the story really gets off the rails. And Jesse will attest to that as well. Because, yes, no.
Yeah, it loses its fucking mind by the end.
It absolutely loses its goddamn mind. And honestly, I'm scared to play the next games that are coming out just because of the retreading. Because I think Trails into Reverie, which comes out later this year in July, dude, it looks like exactly as Trails in the Sky of the Third.
In what way?
So I don't want to spoil. Because in Trails of the Sky of the Third, one of the characters goes into like a world of a recluse cube, and it's essentially a game where you go through memories of every main character in the series. And Trails in Reverie, from what I've seen, looked exactly like that. They're in a special world where they go through some shit through memory form, and you start to see flashbacks in here and that, and that's the vibe I'm getting from what I've seen. And I hope I'm wrong, because that just means that they're not creating anything new and they're just retreading on old ground. However, I think that a lot of people have said that the new ones that have come out, the one that are based in Calvard, I think they're called the Kuro arc.
Kuro, yeah, Kuro.
Apparently that those games are what they call a return to form. So hopefully those will be good. But so Trails of Cold Steel 4 was one I played. I liked the game just because of the characters in it, but my recommendation to you guys is to go back and play like the original Trails in the Sky, which was like a 2D sprite game, all 3 of them, and then play Trails 1 and 2. Those, for me, those games are absolutely great. And then you could play Trails 3 and 4 just to finish the story. But really the story should have finished at 2. Because, yeah.
Cold Steel 2?
Yeah, Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2. I still have to play through the Crossbill arc, which I heard is actually really, really good. It's Trails.
Okay.
Yeah, Trails from
I
Zero.
bought it for you.
I know, and I
bought it for you.
for
Christmas.
I know. I have to. I know.
What are you doing buying Hogwarts? You just jog my memory right now. Like, what the hell are you doing playing Hi-Fi Rush and Hogwarts? Like, bro, you gotta. I bought you a game,
dude. I have to sit down and I have to play.
and you bought me a game.
Yeah,
which is on my list.
Yes,
and I beat it.
Yes, which you're gonna talk about that next.
Yes,
but
yes.
Essentially,
talk about that next? Okay.
Yeah, funny. It's like playing. You're the games that stood out for you in 2022. And it's like, yeah, this game was great, but go play these games instead.
Yeah.
But okay, so before you beat me over the head for not playing the game that you bought me, why don't you tell us about the next game on your list, which is the game I bought for you for Christmas?
Well, wait, no. First, I want to talk about Trails, man, because I got some thoughts too.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't play it last year, but I did play it.
Yes,
and this was your second, third playthrough, because you obviously played the game at launch.
Trails 4, yeah, I played it at launch. Yeah, and I played through it twice. I played through it once to like finish the story, and then I played through it again to do the achievement run.
Are you still missing that treasure chest? 'Cause I know you said.
No, I found it.
You found it, that damn treasure chest.
Actually, thank you for reminding me. I actually had to do 3 playthroughs because I missed a treasure and I missed an NPC I had to talk to get like a journal entry. So actually, I played.
Oh, I hated those things.
Yeah.
I missed it too.
Yeah. You
missed it. You know what's really fucked up? I got it, but then I had to reload my save, and then I forgot to redo it.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
I was so pissed. I looked at, like, what the fuck? I got all of them, and then I looked at the guide, and then I looked at the guide first. I'm like, dude, I swear I got all these, and then I looked through the in-game menu that has the log of it all.
Yeah.
And then I see who it was, and then I had to look it up again. The guy, like, fuck. I was like,
and you knew immediately. You were like, this.
I remember explicitly reloading it. I forgot for what reason why I had to reload a save, but I had to reload a save for some reason, and I just forgot to redo it.
Damn.
I was so pissed.
It's okay, man.
Pissed.
You'll get it on your next playthrough whenever you get it.
Oh yeah, my next playthrough, another fucking 120-hour RPG game. I'm not doing that again. But yeah, no. I mean, I still liked Cold Steel 4, right? I mean, the writing went like,
yes,
like wow, that like the character motivation stopped making sense.
Yes.
After a while, the supernatural elements they included in were just really detract. Like, I really think it was a lot more interesting back when it was more about the politics.
Yes, absolutely.
I think if the game focused mostly on the geopolitics of what they had, like, it would have been super cool, right? But then they throw in all this crazy supernatural bullshit. It doesn't really make much sense. And like the rules of it are a little vague and unclear. Like, so for some people are affected it by certain ways, but other people aren't.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, the characters are still great though. Like, I love the characters.
Yeah.
Fee, best girl. Fee is. He will always be best girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
know
so.
you're
Yeah,
at least a fan.
Yeah.
You're a basic bitch.
Wow, bro. Wow. But it's funny. It's funny because you and I agree on like the second choices.
Yeah.
Our second choices are actually exactly the same, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Love.
Oh, and also this might be like a negative for some, but the Trail series is like 100% anime tropes. Like,
it is anime as fuck.
It is anime as fuck, which adds to the charm, in my opinion. But I know that it might turn some people off in that respect.
Yeah. You want to, like, you think about like all those tropes that people meme on. It probably has it.
Yeah, it probably has it 100%. Yeah, and
absolutely has.
Yeah, on another thing too, like as the series goes on, like in 3 and 4, they sidelined a lot of characters. Like, they're there, but they're just like taking up space in the back. Like, they're just there
like
because
Machias.
Yeah, my poor boy Machias.
I like Machias, man, bro. He was very much like, yo, fuck the bourgeoisie.
Exactly, dude.
The proletariat must rise.
That was essentially his arc, and then out of nowhere, he's just, oh yeah, I work for the government now. I'm essentially the IRS man.
You damn turncoat.
Oh my god, dude. I felt so bad. Because he was, yeah.
No, why'd you feel bad? Why'd you feel bad? Let me know.
Well, no, just because they sideline a lot of characters like that, or then there were some characters like Eustace that were going through like this internal struggle with like other party members, like Milliam, and it was like do you see her as a sister or what? Because I know she's not technically human, so she doesn't have an age, quote unquote. But this whole vibe reeks of sus.
Right. She's the Emoto, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
The totally not blood related sister.
Oh my god, that's another fucking trope that. Oh my god.
The main character Reen and his I don't remember his sister's name. What was her name again? That's how forgettable she is. She's literally just, I want to totally bone my totally not blood related brother.
That they explicitly, like they go so hard in making sure that you know that they are not blood related.
So it's not weird.
It's not
they grew
weird.
up together.
It's not weird.
But it's not weird. Not weird, guys.
Oh my god, dude.
Anime tropes.
Exactly. So that's the kind of anime tropes that I see. It's funny because when I told Jesse about it, I was like, listen, you're going to play this game. It's great, but I got to warn you, it has a lot of anime tropes. And sure enough, he played the game and he's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you were absolutely not kidding.
You were not kidding at all.
Yeah, bro. But yeah. But go play the series. But I think you should start with Trails of Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2, and then from there you can branch out to whatever game in the series that you want. That's my recommended starting point. But yeah, Trails 4 was cool. It was a satisfactory ending for that arc in general.
Yeah, I mean, was it really?
They could have done better. Honestly,
they could have done better.
Well,
it needed to end sooner.
No, honestly, it did need to end sooner. I think they were actually planning on I think I told you the third game.
Yeah, you told me this.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the end. But for all the shit they had planned for it, they were like, okay, this third game is either going to be really, really big or we can split it. And I guess it was like too big for one game, but it was like too small for two because you could tell the amount of padding that they put into the fourth game. It was just so, it was bad. They put so much padding because, they split the game into two, but it turns out there wasn't enough to like justify two games. I don't know. Whatever they had planned, I guess they were just caught between a rock and a hard place. But honestly, they should have just made 3 and then ended it with that. But yeah. So that's my first game on my list. Now, Jesse, you want to talk about the next item on yours?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna save this one for last because I'm going by chronological order.
Oh, okay. Well, we can go by chronological order.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's a good segue because you were talking about games you bought each other for Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Right? So my next game, which was supposed to be my last one that I discussed, was Neon White, which is a game that came out in June, I think, but I didn't get it until Christmas when you bought it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a game about Hitman from Hell, speed running through heaven, shooting demons while using cards. So right, it's absolutely it's a really crazy game, right? Because it's also very anime, right? It has an anime aesthetic, right? It definitely has some anime-isms in there, right? But the gameplay loop is very, very interesting. So what you're doing is, like I said, you're speedrunning through heaven, and you're trying to get through the levels as fast as possible while killing all demons. And while you're doing that, you pick up cards, and each card represents like a gun. So one card will be a pistol, another card will be a machine gun, another card will be a shotgun, one card will be a rocket launcher. And you're trying to run through levels. You pick up a card, and then you just shoot some demons. You pick up another card, you shoot some more demons. But the cool thing is that you can discard the cards, and it actually gives you different movement abilities. So like for the pistol, right? You discard it and then you get a double jump. So you jump once and then you press the right click, which is the secondary fire, and it destroys the card, but it allows you to double jump. And so you're kind of parkour, you're kind of balancing, using the guns to kill demons while also parkouring through the level.
Oh,
and it's the game is pretty much flow state the game, because nothing feels better than when you nail that run. Like you get through, like the levels are short; they're about a minute each. Some are a little longer than others, but around on average they're like maybe like a minute to 30 seconds. Right, but it feels great. Like when you get to that finish line in like 25 seconds, and then you look at the leaderboard and you see you got a platinum with like 0.1 second left. It's absolutely satisfying, and the game has playing at 120 FPS is an experience, because yeah, I played at 120.
Wow,
because when I got the new monitor, I was able to render it at 120.
And it was like
so everything looks super smooth,
crisp,
right? You can feel that speed, feel it, right? But yeah, it was really good, and the game's funny as hell too. Like it is very funny, but it is an acquired taste, because I've seen my fair share of people saying, a fair share of comments saying that like they found the writing to be kind of cringe. Like it's very hokey, right? But this is a game. This is a game about Headman from hell, speedrunning through heaven, shooting cards. Like there's no way you're gonna be able to take that seriously.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, you gotta disbelieve from the get go.
And like even though like the first half of the game's like kind of kooky and lighthearted, the story actually gets pretty good later on, especially in the second half. There's like some twists that go on, right? And it actually comes kind of dark after a while. Some people die. You're kind of beat up about it, right? God. People that you wouldn't think you would like because they seem kind of annoying at first, but then they have some depth when you find out more about their story. Which you do by collecting these gifts. You collect gifts scattered throughout the levels, which adds replay value to the levels, because you can speed run through it, and then when you're done getting the platinum medals, you can go back and you can pick up gifts. And the gifts themselves is kind of like a puzzle, because you're not trying to get to it as fast as possible. You're just trying to figure out how the hell to do it in the first place.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it can require some really, really crazy solutions.
Nice.
For it. Like sometimes like you have to like use cards out of order that you normally would in the level. Right? And then but it's super fun. Like
yeah, it looked fun. I remember when that game it first came out during one of the Steam Next Fests. I saw you playing it and I asked you to stream it, and it was cool. Like the concept behind it was very, very cool. And
yeah, it's so much fun. So much fun. I mean, it took me a little while to beat, because I was trying to get. So the complaint I have about the game is, I remember see the bad thing is that the ending, it's kind of a letdown, especially the true ending.
Oh,
the true ending is pretty much like, it's literally like just like a picture. Like you just get a picture at the end. So, wasn't really worth the time, because in order to get it, you have to get all the gifts. And the gifts are a pain in the ass to get. And I was getting the platinum medals at the same time.
Which is already a pain in the ass by itself.
So normally you could beat the game in like 5 hours. It took me 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if you just go through the game and you get the gold medals, which is what's required to get to the next stage,
yeah,
you can get through in about 5 hours. But it took me 20 because I insisted on getting the platinums and getting the gifts.
Yeah, of course.
And sometimes I'll just replay levels for fun, because it was just that fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that fun, but overall, really, 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 really good game. Really enjoyed it.
Awesome, dude. Very, very rad.
All right, so what's next on your list?
Okay, believe it or not, I actually picked up this game as a favor to a friend, because she was telling me about it. And I can't remember the last time I played this game. Let me see. The last time I played it was in August. No Man's Sky.
Okay, how was it?
It was like half off, and I had bought it so that I could play with my friend who lives in North Carolina. Dude, it's great. It's actually really, really cool. The idea of base building and flying your own starship and going to other planets and actually fighting other people in space battles. No, not people, but NPCs and like space pirates. Let me tell you, the redemption arc that people talk about for that game is absolutely true. I remember watching the Internet Historian video about about No Man's Sky, and it's funny as hell. By the way, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Internet Historian, great YouTuber, super super funny. He's got a bunch of good content. But his video on No Man's Sky, it detailed like the tumultuous development of it, and the disastrous launch, and then the eventual like, wow, okay, the game has finally delivered on its promise, and now it's starting to add more stuff to the game. So it's like the good ending. They got the good ending. And you know what? It's absolutely worth it. The game obviously is great with friends, but if you just like exploring space by yourself, then that's cool too. There is like a storyline to it, and they do have like these expeditions. I haven't really done much of it because I don't know how to engage in that kind of content with my NC friend, but we just enjoy going to each other's bases, like flying back and forth, because we find a planet and we're like, oh, this seems nice enough to settle on, and then we just make our base there. We make our power supply. We do our little launch pads, and we like fight aliens and stuff. Actually, there was one planet that was like, it looked like the moon, but there was no oxygen. It was desolate, and we're like, oh,
okay.
And they're like, oh, what's this little plant thing? And actually, it turns out it's monsters that live under the ground, and a horde of them spawned in.
Oh.
I almost died.
My god, okay.
I almost died. It was pretty bad, but the game is fun. It is a lot of fun, and you get access to a lot of stuff. It's
okay.
Yes. So I recommend it. If you can, get it on sale. Just because, it is still like $60. But I had a really, really good time with that game. I had a really, really good time with the people that I played with. And I've been trying to get them back on it.
Oh, man. Well, I'll have to. I think I have my wish list along with my 500 other games, but
Yeah.
I can still.
Yeah. Well, dude, honestly, that's the kind of game where you can just, like, chill with your buds and just play.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because, it's practically a new game at this point. I mean, I've seen footage of it. It looks absolutely nothing like how
Yes.
it looked at launch. Because I remember watching Winston play it. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, dude, fucking bare bones. Like, it didn't even look like a beta.
No, but that game has come such a long way. Like, they've added everything that they said they would, and then some.
Yes, indeed. And actually, I think they just came out with an update where they added a new starship.
Okay.
And they added a bunch of like improvements. But I think the update that just came out was more. It was more for improving the VR experience, because that you could play that game. You could play the game in VR.
Okay.
And
I see right here. This title runs in both standard and VR modes. It does not require a VR headset.
Wait. It's VR.
Which, by the way, I do not have it on my wish list, but now I do.
Oh, well, there you go.
Does it have a DLC? No, it does not. Oh, it's just updates. Oh, wow.
Yeah, actually, I think that's one of the ways that they won back their people. They didn't do expansion packs. Like every update is free on it.
Yeah, that's probably why it's still $60. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, they added
there's a lot
so much to it.
Yeah, they've had a lot of expansions, and they even brought back a few of them, because I think it was like events that come and go, and sometimes they'll bring them back.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, so they also have
it looks cool. I'm looking at the trailers now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that there's
ahead.
still some other stuff in the game that you can do, like expeditions, but I never got to do any of them. I haven't tried those yet. But yeah, but maybe if you get the game, we could try it out.
All right.
But That game is great.
Oh no, I would definitely love to.
Yeah, like I said, the game has been redeemed. The developers, probably one of the few that gave a shit, and they made the game they wanted, and now they're delivering even more on top of it. One of the few success stories in gaming, hands down.
Yeah, comebacks, because you don't
Yeah.
hear about that often.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Not at all. Not in this industry.
No, in this industry, the most common thing I hear is, "Oh yeah, these developers suck. These developers suck." And really, it's a contest of, okay, what they did was not as bad as it could have been, or it's not as bad as what these other guys did. So yeah, whatever. Oh, or my favorite. Oh, this game is slightly more finished than this other one, so that automatically makes it better. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's it. So that's it for No Man's Sky. That was the next one on my list. We can hand it back to you, Jesse, if you wanna
Yeah.
talk about
so,
your next one.
Yeah, so I noticed that we're an hour in now, and I think we have a 2-hour limit.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, so for this next one, I'm going to just package them both together
Okay.
because they're both based on the same IP, and that is
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Persona 5 Royal and Persona 5 Strikers.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, I think we both played this game at the same
We
time.
both played them both.
We played them both.
Both
at
them both at the same time.
Hell yeah! And what's your take?
Persona 5 Royal, absolutely amazing. Loved every minute of it. Oh my god, it's so fucking long.
Yeah, it is long. I think how many hours did it take for you?
Like 108, 109, something like that.
Oh shit!
Yeah, 108, 109 hours. It was about the same amount of hours as my Elden Ring play.
Oh my god!
So yeah. So yeah, there you go. I knocked down 200 plus hour RPGs in a year.
Good job.
Year. What was your runtime?
I think I took 122.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
Well, at least that's what Steam says. But I actually have to go into the game file and see what.
Oh yeah, my Steam says 120 also, but I'm going by what I remember in my official because Steam counts running time and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
of
you
course.
having it on.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember the. I can't remember what the game says, but definitely like at least 100, like around 120 hours, I can say. Yeah, the game is long as hell. There's so much to do. There's just so much to do, and honestly, I liked taking my time through it. It was so good. It was so.
I mean, you
good.
have to take your time through it.
No, of course.
The game forces you to.
And the game also tells you in the fucking loading screen, like in the corner, it circles around and it says, "Take your time." I'm like, why are you telling me that? And then you play the game and you're like, oh, yeah.
Take your time, buddy.
Yeah, take your time.
No rush. Where you going?
No, hey, come here, man. Come on, just here. Why don't you take a seat? Take a seat.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a quick in and out adventure, bro. 30 minutes.
30 minutes of bullshit. But yeah, dude. Honestly, the game is long, but I felt like there was no point where I was like struggling through the game, or no, not struggling, but complaining like, oh my god, like this is a drag, or anything like that.
No, never.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the Persona Fusion parts, just because I didn't know what I was doing. But honestly, that was kind of fun. Just like, mashing personas together and see what you get. Because I think that's like one of the side quests in it.
Yeah. I looked. I just googled that shit. I was like, I'm not figuring this shit out. I'm just gonna Google this.
I did. I
just...
wanted to see if I can do it, but honestly, I ended up googling it because, like, you know what? Like, I don't need to struggle for this part. I don't need to struggle.
Because it was tough, and the quality of life,
yes,
mechanics that the twins give you, the twin wardens,
yes,
right,
the lollies, twin
who
lollies.
I love, Caroline and Justine, absolutely great.
Yes,
I love. I want Justine to just kick me around. I can hear sirens in the back now. I say,
you hear the sirens. FBI, open up!
No, but she's hilarious. Was it Caroline or Justine? Which one was the angry one?
I think the nice one was Justine, and the mean one was Caroline.
Yeah, Caroline, it fucked me up, bro.
Yeah, dude, she was so funny.
She's just so angry. all the time, just absolutely pissed at you, just aggressively kicking you around and stuff. You're getting kicked around by a little 8-year-old kid
Yes.
who also voiced by Sarah Valentine from Trails. I don't know the actress's name. It's Carrie something,
Yeah.
but I know she voices Sarah in Trails.
Yes. Which, by the way, I think was also on our top 5, waifu list. I think behind Emma, for me at least.
She's number 4.
Really? Who's your number 3?
Yeah, Toa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Toa.
Yes. Who? Well, we'll get to that in a bit. But
Oh, really? You don't circle back to it? Okay, remember we only got 2 hours, so.
oh yeah. No, because I was going to talk about just the amount of overlap of the Trails voice actors that are in Persona 5. I think half the cast was from the Trails series.
Yeah. No, just about. Haru is Altina?
Yes.
Yeah, Haru is voiced by Altina.
And Matt Mercer, but he's a prominent voice actor. He does everything.
Yeah, he does fucking everything.
Yeah, I
don't remember who he voiced in. In Persona. I know he's Oliver.
The artist.
Yusuke. That's
Yusuke.
right.
Yeah,
Yusuke. There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now that I hear his voice, I'm like, yeah, that's Matt Mercer.
Dude, when he started talking about beauty, I was like, oh my god, bro, that's fucking Prince Oliver. That's Matt Mercer. Oh my god.
And then you got DC Denton as Kamoshida.
Yes, bro. Albert Wesker. The OG.
Yes, Albert Wesker.
OG Wesker. Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
And voiced Rufus in Trails.
Yes, exactly. And On Takamaki.
Yuna, yeah.
Yuna.
Yeah. Voice on is played by Yuna.
Yes,
I
and
also forget that voice actress's name, unfortunately, but she's also great.
I think it's Erica Herlocker.
It's Erica something.
I only remember because she has some of her YouTube videos got recommended to me, and she's a gamer. She actually streams games and shit.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
saw.
And then of course, lastly, your favorite.
Yes.
Yes. Morgana.
Yes, Morgana. Fee.
Yeah.
Oh, her name's Casey Ann Morris, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Cassandra Morris.
Cassandra. Okay.
I think
close enough. Casey's a nickname for Cassandra. It's close enough.
But dude, it's so funny.
It's literally just her voice.
Yeah.
Like Fee's voice is literally just her voice. It's just her regular talking voice. She just makes herself sound a little cooler.
Yeah.
Right? So she talks a little slower and more smooth, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, it sounds the same.
Yeah, exactly.
She sounds exactly the same. But yeah, Persona 5 Royal.
10 out of 10.
Great game.
Easy.
10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. One of the best turn-based combat systems ever. I think the only one I like more is actually Trails. I think Trails actually has the best turn-based combat system I've ever played.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Really, it has so much going on, even though it's super easy to cheese it.
To break, yeah. Well, in the first 2 it is, but I think they fixed it.
No, even in 3 or 4, you can cheese it after a certain point.
Yeah.
You can still get the right quartz, have the right abilities, and you can just fly through everything. I was playing through the whole game on hard, so and I think I died maybe twice in my whole playthrough.
Yeah, well, you gotta love that evasion build.
Yes, the miss me of that bullshit
Yeah, bro.
build.
But then you got Persona 5 Strikers, which, believe it or not, also a 10 out of 10. We didn't really know what to think about it, but we wanted more Persona. So
Yeah, because it's actually a sequel. We literally bought it as soon as we finished Persona 5 Royal.
yeah, it was good.
I bought it immediately afterwards. It was good. I don't know about 10 out of 10, but it's still a great game, and it continues the story in a way that makes sense. It feels like, because it's summer vacation,
Yes.
so you're kind of going on this road trip for it. Which, funny enough, the Persona 5. I remember telling you this, that Persona 5 Strikers is closer to what the original story of Persona 5 was going to be.
Yes.
Persona 5 was going to be you were going to play as a backpacker, and you were going to travel around the world and go to all these different countries and stuff, or these different cities in Japan, something like that. By the way, you were going to be a backpacker, and you were going to go from place to place.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
But then the the tsunamis in 2016, was it 2016? I think it was 2016. There was some tsunamis that happened in 2016, and that inspired the writer to change the story.
Yeah, I think it was the earthquakes that messed with the power plant, the nuclear power plant. I think that's what it was. There was a
Yeah, that year that just every natural disaster that could happened in Japan.
yeah, exactly. Wait. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I have to look it up, but yeah, but something happened, and apparently he was really inspired by like the national response to it. That he was like, you know what, I'm gonna be patriotic and make the game Japanese. Which
No, no, it's actually the opposite. He's like, these people are all fucking idiots.
oh
I'm
really?
gonna make a game.
Oh well,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
know,
make a game criticizing them. Like,
Oh.
yeah, dude, the whole game, the main villain is a politician.
Oh no, I know that. I know that he was very critical of a lot of stuff. And actually, there was a video that I don't know if you sent me or the one that I found by Lady Virgilla on YouTube that shows all of the news stories and the scandals that inspired
Yeah.
each of the villains. Oh damn! I thought he was making a patriotic game because he wanted to make it like super Japanese. All right, never mind. Scratch that.
I mean, it is super Japanese, but it's like, hey, it's less like, oh, yay, Japan's great. It's like, no, we have problems. Like,
yeah, Japan's great, but we have problems. Oh well, whatever.
Like-
Okay, scratch that. Scratch that take. But yeah, but Persona 5 Strikers, it was good. I'm not really a fan of that combat style. I tried to play it on hard, but I kept getting my ass handed to me, so I just
yeah, the beginning is rough. It's really only tough for the first palace, and then after that, it becomes significantly easier.
yeah.
Especially once you start unlocking new personas, and you really learn to exploit the weaknesses. It's actually pretty easy by the end. It's just long. Oh my god! I was watching your normal playthrough, and like you were tearing through fights in like 2 minutes, and like I'm looking like, what the fuck? It took me like 5 minutes at least.
Yeah, and then
6 minutes.
Yeah, and then you're like, wait a minute, are you playing on easy? I'm like, yeah. And like, oh, no wonder. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I tried this shit on hard and it sucked. I'm not gonna play this game on hard.
Yeah, no, it takes like, and your final playtime was like half of mine.
Yeah, I think I can't remember what
You
it was.
finished the game in 30 hours. It took me 50.
Yeah,
It took me like 50 or 60.
that was hilarious, dude. That was so funny. but yeah. Alrighty.
Introduce us two new characters. All right. Also,
Yes,
Senkichi and
Loved them both. And
Sophie.
Sophie.
Absolutely great additions, especially Senkichi. Senkichi's awesome.
Dude, Zenkichi's a trip. He is so
He's-
funny.
And whoever that voice actor is killed it. He was so good.
Yeah, bro. I liked him a lot.
This
Honestly,
man's.
go for it. Sorry.
Oh, what were you saying?
No, go for it.
No, continue.
No, I was just
I'm
saying-
saying his comedic timing
Yes.
is so good, and delivery is great. He's like the boomer of the group that's like out of the loop on everything.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but it's funny because there were moments where he would get serious and he would actually get serious. Like the voice actor, he had range and he knew when to deliver the lines a certain way. Like he did his job great. Like I can't really say much more than that. He killed it.
Yeah, you want to know one of his first voice acting roles was? I don't remember his name, but I remember reading a comment somewhere that one of his first voice acting roles. You know what game it was?
What?
Octodad.
Oh my god! Damn, I
Yeah.
haven't heard that game in forever. Who did he voice?
Yeah.
Or just
He voiced like I think he voiced. He was like the inner voice of the Octodad,
oh the air.
like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think the Octodad has like a inner monologue or something.
Damn,
So
dude,
I
I
think he plays like one of the NPCs, something like that. Well, whatever. He's in the game.
Yeah, dude, I remember reading about Octodad like in Game Informer. That's how long ago that game came out.
Oh my god, I remember Game Informer.
Me neither, dude.
Holy shit.
But damn, it's pretty cool. All right, so Persona 5 Royal and Strikers, great games. Definitely get Persona 5 Royal. Do you want to talk about one more game?
No, I think. I mean, that kind of strikes two off for both of us.
Yeah, for sure.
But since I started, I think you should go next.
Okay. Let's see. You know, we haven't played this game in a while, and we're pretty on and off about it, but we actually played a lot of it last year. Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh yes, Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone, brother. Yeah,
to the bone.
yeah, dude.
Great game.
Yeah, absolutely great game. 10 out of 10. And actually, I think they're doing their 5th anniversary event this month.
Which we're not playing.
We haven't played that game in a while, but dude, I have like 260 hours into that game. Like it's legit. It's a legit good game. It's just really, really fun and really, really simple. Go in, you mine, you kill aliens, and there's 4 different classes. All of them are great, but of course there's one king, which is the NG.
The scout, literally the carry class.
Whatever.
I literally the carry class.
Listen, your job is to die by the driller C4. That's
No, no, I'm the scout. I die by fall damage.
You die
What
by
are you
fall
talking
damage.
about? I go. I zoom up to get some minerals. Right. I misjudge my release and then I fall to my death. That's how it happens.
Well, in your case, what you do is you just hang there and beg for a platform.
Yes, I beg you for a platform.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to beg because I actually look out for you. I don't want you to die. So I'm just like, oh shit. But dude, God forbid you do that shit while like we're in the middle of a fight. And they're like, I gotta kill aliens, bro. I don't have time to put a fucking platform.
I feel like it's happened at least once.
Yeah, I think it happened once. And you're like, I need a platform. I'm like, do you not see me fighting right now? Do you not see me fighting for my fucking life? I'm fighting for my fucking life. But that's another 10 out of 10 game. Please, you have to play with friends. It's like it's imagine Left 4 Dead, but with dwarves in space and killing aliens and mining.
Yeah, it's the best PvE co-op shooter since Left 4 Dead.
Yes. So I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. You probably heard of it already because it popped off huge when it first came out on Steam. So and also one of the best game communities ever. Like,
oh, wonderful.
Yeah, like a lot of people are toxic as fuck. Not these people. You know,
no.
They're like, oh, hey, you know, how do you do this? And I'm like, oh, just, this is, just do this, and that. Like, okay, thanks. So community's great. At least the last I checked.
Or everyone just spams.
Yes.
Rocket Stone.
Yeah,
Rocket Stone.
Exactly.
Or, you find a gold ore.
Ooh, those are the best times ever.
We're rich.
We're rich.
We're rich.
Oh my god, dude, so good. But yeah, so that's it. That's the one. That's the next one on my list. What game would you like to talk about next?
Yeah, so I got 2 more left. Right, how many you got left?
Honestly, dude, I just got one more that I want to talk about.
Okay.
But it's one that we could both talk about.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Actually, 3. No, okay, but we're gonna be knocking off one of them. So I got 3 left, but one of them we're both gonna talk about.
Okay, go for it.
So the next one is going to be Kingsfield 4.
Ooh, yes.
And Kingsfield 4 is, for those of you who don't know, one of the original FromSoft series that actually started in the PS1. And what I played was 4, which is the PS2 game, and it came out in 2001. And it's the game that inspired Demon's Souls, which in turn inspired Dark Souls. Or rather, they're spiritual successors of each other. And so the reason why I played this game was because I played Elden Ring. And I remember that I actually got Kingsfield 4 when I was a kid. Like, I got it when I was 8 years old. And I absolutely fucking hated the game. like you can absolutely see the Dark Souls, Demon Souls DNA within it, because that game is an absolute dick to you any chance it can get. It is very hard, but it's strangely fun. I would say it's the best game. I would never recommend anybody. I would not recommend it because Dark Souls, everyone loves Dark Souls at this point, right? But Kingsfield is definitely you can see where the Souls DNA is, but it's definitely its own beast, because for starters, it's in first person, but it's extremely slow paced. When you walk, I remember when I was 8 years old, and I walked forward, and it was like, what the fuck is this? Why am I so slow? Right, and this is how you know it's a Souls, like it's the Souls DNA is in it, man. When you start the game up, right, you're gonna end up in this valley, and you take 2 steps forward, and your character literally just falls into a pit, and you die immediately.
Holy crap!
You literally just die. Just go.
I think I missed that part.
And you go, no, because I knew it. Because I remember when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
I took 2 steps forward. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then you look down, you see there's a crack on the floor and the pavement. You're like, oh, okay, so I guess, that falls, right? And then you you turn you shift you straight to the side, and you avoid it. But then you have to contend with the slow ass walking speed, where you're just going. That's right. And then I'm like, all right, how do I attack? And then here's the attack animation of the game.
God, dude, that's painfully fucking slow. Oh my god.
It's so slow, right? And then you have like a power bar that like represents like your stamina. So in Dark Souls, right, your bar goes down as you perform actions. So in this game, it's like it'll fill up. It's more like a power bar, right? It fills up, and then when it gets to max, if you do an attack, you do max damage. If not, you do fucking dick for damage. Right?
Yeah.
You just tickle them. So I went up to I didn't understand that when I was 8 years old. So I went up to like one of the plant monsters, right? And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, and then back up, hit them, back up. But 8-year-old me, you're stupid at 8, so you don't understand. You just go, oh, I'm gonna fuck this plant up, right? Go up to him,
Yeah.
and then he bites you and you lose like half your life. I'm like, what the hell? What happened? And then you go up again, you try to hit him again, and he just bites you, and then you die. And I was like, okay, you know what? Nope, I'm not playing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play this
Little
shit.
8-year-old me had enough. But it was always in my memory, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this game?
And now you've returned and you beat it.
And now, yeah, I've returned to it, and it's actually it's a good game. Actually, like, okay, the combat's ass. It's ass, like I just described. It's ass, right?
Yeah.
It's ass. Movement is ass. You move super slow, and it's tank controls, but it's in first person. So it's kind of like old school Resident Evil, where like you have to hold left or right to actually turn. But in Resident Evil, you turn kind of fast. This game is like, like those memes where you hear like, you hear like a statue movie sound like zzz thing.
Yes.
It's like that. That's what it feels like. It's like zzz. You can just hear the statue just grinding against the floor as it tries to pivot over to the side. But what the game does have, it has that great From Software atmosphere, and it has great level design. If you want, it has that classic Souls level design, where you're traveling through, you don't know where you're going, but everything is fueled by your curiosity. Like you go through, like, oh, okay, like what's this? What's that? And eventually, like you just stumble your way through. And you just end up back where you belong, and you're like, "Holy shit! That connects to that, and that. Oh my god!" Like you see eventually how everything connects as you go further and further down the dungeon. Because the point of the game is that you're pretty much descending down a dungeon the entire time. And there's like a central hub area that's like a tower, with like connecting bridges and stuff. And everything you see, like you'll know that you'll eventually go there. And it's really ingenious how everything connects.
Yeah, I see.
Connects together.
Okay. Yeah, I saw.
So yeah, I mean, that's King's Field 4, man. Best game I would never recommend.
Yeah, I saw you. Honestly, it was an experience just watching you play, because I know I asked you to stream it for me on Discord a couple times, and man, dude, that game looks rough. I would never play that. I could never play that game ever. Yeah, no, I just I can't.
No, I understand.
I can't. I
understand.
can't bring myself to play. I mean, maybe
maybe
one day for like memes and shit, but nah, not for real.
No, but it's definitely a game that also trusts you to figure things out. Right? But it's actually very, like, if you pay attention to what the game does, or pay attention to all the dialogue and the writings, like the lore entries that they have, like, because everywhere you can find like journals, you can find wall etchings that tell you about the lore, but they also give you clues about like where to go next.
Yes.
And the puzzles. If there's any puzzles, it'll give you clues on the puzzles. And sometimes it's just ingenuity. Like you just think, oh, maybe I can do this thing, and then it'll work. Like for example, right? Like you're traveling through. You get to towards the beginning of the game. Like there's like a first area where there's like these golems, right?
Yeah.
And you see that golems are clearly dead, and you see that there's arrows in their eyes, right? And so then when you think they're all dead, right? And then you go and behind this wall, and there's a pedestal, you can pick up an item. But when you pick up that item, it actually activates one of them. Ooh. So you have to like run past the golem, right, in order to try and escape.
Oh.
Now you can't do that, but then like it gets kind of hard to escape, right? So your options are either A, try and run as fast as possible. You'll probably get hit and you'll probably die. Or later on, eventually, so you come across a merchant, and the merchant will give you a bow and arrow. And then if you remember it, right? Because you go, oh wait, like I remember the golems had arrows in their eyes. Okay, let me go back to that area, right? You go back and then you activate, you get the item, and then the golem comes back to life, and you go, all right, buddy, I got something for your ass now. And the game doesn't tell you anything about that. Like it's just stuff you just figure out. It's all told through visuals. It trusts you to put things together.
Yeah, I think a lot of people call that like environmental storytelling or environmental cues. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, you can definitely see the Souls DNA there between the difficulty and the obtuseness of what to do next, the emphasis on exploration, the slow methodical combat, the cheap deaths. There's some cheap bullshit in the game. Like
every game's gotta have that cheap shit.
They gotta have that cheap shit, but overall, still like really good game. Really, I was surprisingly engaged by it a lot. So yeah. So all right, what about you, man?
Well,
what's next on that list? What's this for both of us?
Yeah, but I was gonna save for the end. And it's a game that we both can talk about. So if there's any other games you want to talk about, now's the time, and then we can proceed to get.
Yeah, because we got a lot to say.
We got a lot to say about.
We got a lot to say. All right, yeah. So okay, my next game would be Signalis, right? Which is a indie horror game that takes inspiration from Resident Evil and Silent Hill. I mean, it's pretty much Silent Hill in space, but it is straight up Silent Hill in space. But you pretty much play as an android who's looking for her girlfriend, who is in a space station. It's a mining colony, actually. It's in a mining colony, and it's just like Silent Hill. You're gonna be wondering, okay, what the fuck is actually going on here? Because it's not a straightforward story at all. It's a very artsy game. It definitely takes inspiration from a lot of anime. Like if you are a fan of Neon Genesis Evangelion, woo, they got some references for your ass, man. They, especially towards the end, but it's a really good game. Definitely, if you love survival horror games, classic survival horror games, you'll definitely love it. It's got that top-down view, just like Resident Evil, right? It's got the emphasis on resource management. It's got that mechanic from Resident Evil Remake, where you had to burn bodies. It has something very similar to that.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what the funny thing is about the game? Like for the first, it's kind of like the reverse of Elden Ring, where like the first 80% of Elden Ring was absolutely amazing, and 20% was like decent. It was kind of mired by design issues that I had with the game.
Mm-hmm.
But with Signalis, it's like, okay, well, this game's really good, but it's not. I'm not floored by it. And the last 20% is great, like especially because the story, even though you don't logistically know what's going on, it's really cool how it still hits you emotionally. Like by the end of the game, you understand, and for people who play it, you'll know what I mean. Even though logistically you don't understand what it means, the emotional core of it is there. You understand emotionally what they want you to feel, which is very fucking depressed. Because it is essentially a love story. It is a very tragic love story.
Oh.
Yeah. But, yeah, great game. I keep saying that over and over again. Like, great game, right? But I know it really is a great game. Like, that last 20% really hit me hard.
Yeah.
Emotionally. Like, I want to hug the characters by the end. There's not that many characters, but I wanted to hug them, and I also wanted to shoot some monsters up again. Because there's actually interesting thing about the ending system. So, like in Resident Evil and like Silent Hill, you're usually rewarded for not killing things.
Yes. Right?
Well, in this game, actually, to get the best ending, you actually have to kill a lot of things.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like the inverse of it, where normally to get the best ending or to get the alternate ending, like in Silent Hill, you have to get through the game fast and, rack up a lot of, not rack up a lot of kills. Like you have to avoid monsters and stuff. But in this game, like you're supposed to get the best ending, or what in your opinion would be the best ending, which my opinion is the best ending, would be to spend a lot of time in the game, like just diddly dally around and then kill a lot of monsters too.
I see.
But yeah. So, Signal is highly recommended. Great atmosphere, great level design, great visual design. Like the atmosphere and the levels, and the monsters look super cool. Great emphasis on resource management.
Yeah.
So if you're really into that kind of stuff, resource management, exploring, puzzle solving. I'd say my only issue with the game is that some of the puzzles are a little obtuse. Like you remember the one with the dial?
Yeah, I remember. Did you ever figured it out, right?
No, I pretty much winged it. Right, I looked it up afterwards.
Oh,
Like, I figured it out just by winging it. I just went, fuck it, I'm just gonna trial and error it, and I figured it out. And I looked it up. I'm like, how the hell was I supposed to know that? You're supposed to go to some room that's like on the opposite side, and you have to look at some map, and then you have to wait for the map to line up in a particular way, and you have to take note of it. And oh my god, no, it's just
Yeah, that doesn't sound too hot.
yeah. But still, love the game. Absolutely, probably my second favorite game of that I played. On that list is probably my second favorite game.
Cool.
Actually, no. Well, it was a game that came out in 2022. Because I did play one other game in 2022, which was Proteus, but I'm not gonna talk about that. It's pretty much it's a really fun indie first person shooter that just rips straight off of Doom. But that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It looks cool. And actually, I might pick that up at some point after I finish all my backlog.
Yeah. All right. So, final thing.
Final thing. Great. Awesome. Are you ready? Are you ready to
Yep.
to tear into this lovely game that also fucking
Look, we love this game. As much as we rag on it.
Obviously, we love it. We're probably going to play it after we're done recording this podcast.
Probably.
So, yes, we love it. But it's why we love it that we're pissed at some of the shit that this game has.
Yep.
So,
Overwatch
2 from everyone's favorite mommy milker drinkers, Blizzard.
Those titty milk stealers.
Oh my god, dude. That story still baffles me to this day. I can't believe
I laugh.
Dude, the degeneracy is so bad. I did. Oh my god, dude. But anyway,
They got some weird fetishes in that office.
bro, I'm floored. But anyway, we're not here to talk about mommy milkers, unless we're gonna talk about Junker Queen, which we probably will. So, Overwatch 2. I'll let you start this off.
So yeah, I mean, okay, look, I'm glad the game came out when it came out,
Yes.
and early access, right? I am using finger quotes here. Early access.
Yes.
Right? Because waiting for it was absolutely agony. Like leading up those 2020, 2021, especially 2022, were absolutely agony if you were an Overwatch fan, because there was nothing, right? There was nothing. No content, no balance updates. All you were left with was a game that was just not very fun to play because of the format and because of the poor balancing of it. Like, I know initially when they revealed the 5v5, I was one of those people who was really concerned because I like playing tank, and I was really concerned about, oh man, playing solo tank's gonna absolutely suck because it's agony already in 6v6. Like, so imagine 5v5.
Yep.
But at least personally for me, it came out pretty well, right? Like they made all the changes they needed to make for tank to actually be fun. And I think overall, gameplay wise, Overwatch 2 is more fun. I mean, I know a lot of people are divided on that, but for me, the move to 5v5 I think was good because it helped sped the game up, and it made playing the game less annoying because you weren't just shooting at barriers all day.
Yes.
And you weren't shooting into, two tanks that will never die. Unless, you go for their supports. But then if you go to the supports, you have to go through 2 tanks plus a crap load of CCs that you'll probably have.
And shields.
Which, thank God, they removed a ton of CCs.
Yes. Yeah, they removed it, but yeah, exactly. No, I'll keep going. You're cooked.
I mean,
You're cooking.
May Freeze is gone. Thank God. Flashbang is gone. Thank God. Sombra was reworked to not, turn you into a paperweight for 5 seconds. Thank God. What up? Bastion can't, sit in a corner all day and just blast you while simultaneously being useless if he doesn't get hard pocketed the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a Bastion player, yes, I know I'm a scrub like that, but as a Bastion player, I much prefer rework Bastion because I no longer have to sit in a corner and pray to God no one finds me or that my team actually, pockets me. I can actually, make plays without, sitting in a corner all day. I can actually move around and stuff, not get instantly melted by a Hanzo who spots me, and I can't do anything about it because I literally can't get out of the way in time.
Yeah.
But I mean, as much as the praises I give them for it, man, season 1 and especially season 2 was a hot mess, and the game still has problems now, particularly with matchmaking. I mean, if you asked me last week when I was playing, arcade, I'd be like, "Oh, matchmaking is great, right?" Because I had a great time. So I was tearing ass, but maybe for those people, I mean, I know it's arcade, like you can't take matchmaking super seriously in arcade.
Yeah, of course.
But like some days, like when you play quick play, it's agony, or you play comp, it's agony. Like you can tell there's a huge mismatch between the skill of your team and the skill of the enemy team, and it leads to situations where either you get rolled or they get rolled.
Yeah.
And that's not fun for anybody involved.
Yeah, honestly, just to kind of quickly interject, I don't think I can count that many times where we've played a match, whether it be quick play or comp, where it felt like an even match. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the times, it really is one team rolling the other. Very rarely do me and Jesse find ourselves in a situation where we actually are, having a couple of fights where we outskill the other team and then they outskill us, and it's like a back and forth thing where, split second decisions like ultimates or abilities make the difference in a fight, which, is great. It's fun. That's what we want. We don't get much of that. At least that's me personally. I haven't felt that situation happen a lot.
Yeah, I mean, well, at least our last session was pretty good.
Yeah, our last session was
I think we had a good back and forth.
I believe so as well. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very few matches felt like
dog shit.
Like we were absolutely whooping their ass, or they were absolutely whooping our ass. Or like we just couldn't do anything about it, or they couldn't do anything about it. Right? I think it was pretty good. I think there was just that one match in Esperanza where I was playing Checker Queen and we were just burning the shit out of the team, and we just won in one push.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, literally just one push.
And then one guy was like, I think he was like, this game is dog shit.
Yeah. And we're just like, yeah, Walker, yeah. And I'm just.
But you know what? It was recompense because we were on like a 4-game losing streak at that point,
and it was bad losing streak too.
And they were bad.
Yeah, bro, they were bad, bro. And and you could just tell like when the people on our team were just not. They're not good. Like, remember the Dorado when I think we were both on DPS and we had the Doomfist?
Yes, we had a Doomfist player literally punching Zarya the entire time.
Yeah, just do.
Meanwhile, there's an Ashe being pocketed by a Mercy, just murdering the shit out of us.
Yes.
And he doesn't jump them once.
No, not once. And actually, to his credit, he jumped to support one time, but he couldn't kill him. I remember because I was dead, so I was watching his feed. He didn't kill shit. He didn't kill the Ana. No, bro. Missing punches, missing his firing, missing his fucking slam. Like, I was like, bro, come on. She literally used up all her cooldowns. She has nothing. No sleep dart, no healing nade. Just end her. Oh my god, it was so frustrating to watch. I was like, okay, no, yeah, this tank is ass. This tank is ass. Ugh. But in any case, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, like I said, 5v5 is good so far.
I agree.
I mean, there was definitely some balancing issues especially early on. Like in season 1, you had Zarya absolutely just melting people's faces off, right?
Yeah.
And then with only there being one tank to block her stuff, right? There's really nothing to stop her from just, using her pressing shift and then holding W into the back line while your tank just does nothing because her bubble lasts 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, dude.
Which is like an eternity in Overwatch time.
Oh, yeah. An absolute eternity.
So she's just melting your freaking face off. You have supports, and supports can't do anything.
Yeah, bro. And Kiriko was the hero for that season, and dude, she healed a lot. Her healing output for some of these matches, I know because I play her a lot. Dude, she kept a lot of people alive.
She still does.
Yeah, well, yeah, but not as it was easier in season 1. And actually, I know you didn't think much of season 1, but I thought season 1 was pretty damn good. I thought we had a
I actually do think season 1 was good, all things considered. It's just
there were some things that needed to be tweaked.
Yeah, there were definitely things that need to be tweaked.
Yeah,
balancing issues. I didn't like the event that much, the Halloween event.
Yeah, well,
it was kind of.
Well, remember, it was like marred because a lot of these skins that were already. I think a lot of people were pissed because of the skins. They had like old skins that were already there, and they were like trying to sell it back to you with Overwatch coins. And a lot of people,
which they still are.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But yeah, the Halloween event was pretty okay. I didn't really like it too much. Actually, I was scared because Blizzard was like, "Oh, you liked the PvP for the Halloween? Well, there's gonna be more of that when the PvP for Overwatch comes out." And I'm like,
PvE.
Sorry, PvE. And I was like, really? This is the taste of the PvE you're working on? This is not gonna be good at all. But
and their selection of heroes was weird. Like it was painfully obvious that they just wanted to sell heroes. They were using to showcase the heroes and sell them because they have exploding enemies, but the tank is literally all about pulling the enemy close to you. It's Sugar Queen, right?
Yeah.
Sugar Queen, you throw your knife and then you yoink them in, right? But these guys explode when they get close to you, so it's the exact opposite of what you want to do.
They made it so hard. Like, I don't know why they made it as hard as they did, or they designed it the way that they did. And also, I think they were just trying to promote the skins for these heroes as well, like the fucking Executioner outfit for Joker. I know I'm harping on skins a lot because that's like a huge point of contention, and rightfully so, by the way. It's fucking stupid what they're doing with the skins. However, they kind of rectified.
Yes.
They kind of rectified it in season 3 with the Overwatch credit, like they brought him back. But baby steps.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Yeah, so,
baby steps.
I mean that brings me to another issue that I have with the game, as the monetization of it. Like, I know it's a free to play game. You got to make your money, but yeah, you got to make your money. I get it. Fine. Okay. Whatever. But $19 a skin. It's because it's 1,900 coins, so it's $19 a skin. Right, and the only way to earn to earn coins, is by doing weeklies. But weeklies only give you 60 per week, which if you include a season, which is 9 weeks, it's 540, I think. So you get 540 if you do all your weeklies for the entire season. Right,
and the weeklies are not easy, by the way.
Yeah, it's you could do them pretty quick, but still, it definitely still takes time. You can do it like in 2 days of playing.
Crap, hang on.
Oh, you cut out there. Yeah, okay, now we're back. Can you see me? Oh, no, I lost your feed.
Hang on one sec. I think we're having...
Hello and welcome back to episode 1, still episode 1. This is 1.1 at this point. So sorry, we had some technical difficulties last time, and we had to cut the stream short. But now we're here to essentially recap our points and send off this episode finally. Can finally complete it. With that being said, we were on the topic of Overwatch 2. So I did go over my points a little bit when we were having technical difficulties. I'll just reiterate them really quick. So overall, I would say that I'm pretty happy with with Overwatch 2. Even though the PvE hasn't come yet, I'm still looking forward to that. But I really do want that PvE to come in. I'm very interested in what they're going to do with it. I think the move to 5v5 was good. I loved all the changes they made to the tanks for the most part. Changes they made to most of the other characters. I think they, for the most part, fit well within 5v5 better than I thought. I love the new characters. I think all the new characters are pretty fun, even though Sojourn was a bitch for the first 2 seasons, and Kiriko's still a pain in my ass sometimes. But Junker Queen is probably the most fun character that I've played with so far, aside from D.Va. She's probably my second favorite tank in the game. And my biggest issue with the game would probably be the monetization. I think $19 for skins is way too much, especially since there is no way to earn coins, which is the premium currency, outside of just doing weeklies, which only gives you a measly 60. I think Blizzard needs to add more ways to earn coins in the game, and they need to add more events where you can earn better skins, because right now the skins are still a little underwhelming because you can only get 1 skin per event. Like right now we have the One Punch Man events going on, and you just get the Movement Rider skin, and then all the other ones are locked behind pay gates. But, well, we don't have much time, so I'm just going to pass it off to James. So, James, what are your thoughts?
Dude. It's all right, man. Well, I essentially agree with all the points that you had said. In fact, there was a point that actually I was going to reiterate before we had our technical issue, that I thought Season 1 was great and a great starting point. And, there were just some things that they needed to fix, like the monetization, and also they need to fix the matchmaking as well, which, by the way, still sucks.
Oh, yes.
Hard.
I forgot about that. The matchmaking sucks.
But I was really happy with Season 1 and the way the game was. It was a huge breath of fresh air, and it was great. But then Season 2 came out, and we just had problems. Such as
season 2 was a crap fest.
Season 2 was an absolute crap fest. Even the devs admitted to it, like in a later blog post where they were like, "Oh, yeah, we were trying a lot of stuff out," and I'm like, "Yeah, but usually one or two, some stuff works and some stuff doesn't." I don't think anything that they tried in Season 2 worked out for the best. It was a crap fest. But I think they kind of found their footing again with Season 3, but I still have a bad taste in my mouth with how things went, especially because the Hog meta that terrorized people for the longest time. It was Hog and Sojourn.
It was Hog, Sojourn, Mercy, and Kiriko.
I wanted to rip out whatever hair I had left. It was
Orisa.
It was, oh my god, bro! Don't even get. Oh my god, Orisa was so awful, so awful. And yeah, Sojourn was annoying, but Kiriko is fun. Put some respect on her name.
Suzu is a busted ass ability, bro.
Yeah, but it takes skill. Unlike Immortality.
Oh yeah, okay. It takes skill to press the E in the general direction. So much skill, bro. Press E and then your tank.
Yeah, but in any case, I think they found their footing again with Season 3, and honestly, I'm kind of excited for Season 4 because it's a new support hero, and that's my jam. I'm a support main, so we're gonna see what they do with that. But honestly, it's the same opinion everyone has, or at least every Overwatch fan has. The game is great, but we also hate it.
Exactly. We always love it, and we always hate it all the time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But at least now we're getting content, so now we actually have things to look forward to on like the 2019, 2020, 2021.
Yeah, content and community. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Absolutely nothing. No, it's just we had nothing. We had nothing from 2019 all the way up to 2022. We had until like the end of 2022, we had nothing.
Hell yeah.
There was nothing. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely and as far as the PvE goes, if it's anything like the Halloween event, I don't know if we covered that before the technical issue, but if it's anything like the Halloween event, then they still have a lot of work to do because the Halloween event was really underwhelming, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was a little underwhelming too, and I think because of how much the game has been in development hell, that we should probably try and temper our expectations for what the PvE is, because it was very, very ambitious what they were showing.
Yes.
They're pretty much like, oh, we're gonna have a full 4-hour story. Or however many hours, I don't know. I didn't say many hours, but however many hours is going to be, right? We're going to have a full-fledged campaign, right? And then you're going to be able to replay all these crazy hero missions where you can play any hero you want, and then the heroes will have talent trees. So they're pretty much making like Diablo, but like with like 30 different Diablo characters. And if you look at like the development cycle of a Diablo game, it takes them like 7 years just to work with 4. So you're talking about like 30 something characters, plus the ones you're developing currently, plus the new maps you're making, plus like any other extra modes you're working on, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I think this is the year that we're supposed to get something.
Yeah.
PV,
Hopefully.
so let's
Cross our fingers. That's all we can do.
yeah.
Just
cross
our
your
fingers.
pray, all that good stuff. Alrighty. And I think that that does it for us, yeah?
yeah. I mean that just about covers it. So just to reiterate, we are Two Bar Connection. My name is Jesse. It's my co-host James. This is our first episode of a podcast. We've been thinking about doing a podcast for a long time now, and we're finally starting to get our feet wet. So we're really excited to keep going, keep working on these. It's going to be about bi-weekly, and we're going to cover different topics. It's going to be mostly probably game news, but we're also going to do game reviews. Just check in on what games we're playing, what we're excited for in the future. We're very much just kind of going with the flow on it. So with that, I want to thank everybody who is listening to this. We hope that you continue to listen to us in the future.
Indeed.
And we also look forward to recording more in the future. So with that being said, take care, everyone. Goodbye, good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I don't have a word for that, but I got to work on that. But
I think
good
that's
night,
a
good morning,
trumanism.
good evening, wherever you are. Have a good one. See you later.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Bye-bye.